Hey guys, I got a quick video on Floriani Total Control U. I just discovered three more things that they changed in the latest update that they didn't list in the changes that I could see anyway. Maybe it's written somewhere hidden, I don't know. But I didn't see this in the patch notes, and they are all things that are good. So the first thing is I'm going to go ahead and hit create a new design on my Floriani today. The first thing is that they changed the way that the program works with PNG files. If you download a lot of pictures from the internet, you may find that some of them are in this format .png. And previously, the software didn't really work with them very well. It treated them either, in the best case scenario, it treated them the same way it would a JPG, where it would bring up a picture that would look like this, where you've got a white background around the image. And, you know, that's in some cases it would work that way, but in other cases it would show up and it would have a black background, or you'd show up and there'd be no image at all, and it could be very frustrating if you don't know how to convert an image from a JPEG to a PNG. But now you don't have to worry about that. Any image you get that says it's a .png at the end, let me go ahead and load a different backdrop. So I've got this image here. If I right click it and go to the properties, you can see this is a .png file. You don't have to worry about that anymore because now it behaves as a PNG should. I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and every PNG that I could find to try showed up with a transparent background, and that's the whole thing with a PNG, is it's supposed to have a transparent background. And this is the first edition of Floriani that has actually occurred. So not only does that mean that the PNG file is behaving the way that it should, meaning we don't see the white background in the image, but it is also loading the image properly every time. Whereas before it would show up with a black background, or it wouldn't show up at all, and I had to teach people how to convert from PNG to JPEG. You don't have to do that anymore. So I really like that change, and they should have made a bigger deal out of it, in my opinion, because that is very excellent. Now, the other two things that I noticed tonight are to do with the auto-digitizing wizard. And let's go ahead and auto-digitize a design really quick. I'm not going to go through, you know, talking about everything about this or anything, but the auto-digitizing wizard is in the little wizard hat section. And we're going to we'll just do the Ravens logo, and I'll just set it to size and hit next. Just go ahead and change my background to a different color, because otherwise it won't digitize the white in the logo. Oh, you know what? You can't see what I'm doing because my screen is extending outside the border of what you can see. There we go. So I've changed my background to be green. File, exit, say save. All right, so let's go ahead and auto-digitize this design. And so here is my design. Okay, it looks all right. It's an auto-digitized design. But anyway, so what did they do that's different? Well, number one, for the past couple of versions, I think, at least since the last version, underlays were broken in the auto-digitizing. And if you went in and looked at the, you know, select an area and you went to underlay, the density setting in the underlay was set to 0.4 for fills, which is the same density that the default fill is. So you would essentially have two top stitches go down. The underlay would be as dense as the top stitch, which is ridiculous. So they fixed that. So that's number one that I noticed. And number two that I noticed is they're actually building in pull compensation. Look at this, absolute pull compensation set to 0.4. So that means that it is going to automatically, if I zoom in here, it is automatically going to build in a level of pull compensation to our auto-digitized designs. Now, it's possible that it already did this, and I just didn't know that. I never noticed that. That is possible, but that is, I think, new to this version. Again, I could be wrong about that, but that is totally cool that they did that, because that's going to make designs that people who aren't super comfortable with hand digitizing in any way able to create much better embroidery than they would otherwise be able to, because who when they first get started is going to navigate over to the pull push compensation and adjust anything, let alone know what they should adjust it to. And 0.4 is a perfectly reasonable pull compensation to set when you don't know what type of fabric you're going to be sewing the design out on. That's what I usually use as a baseline. So excellent work, whoever it was at Floriani that made these decisions. Good job, and make it more prevalent that these things are changing. It's cool that the software is improving in these ways as time goes on. Anyway, that's the quick skinny on what I was thinking about tonight, and I'll have some more lengthy videos coming up here in the future. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.